All right, hey, welcome to Project Breakthrough. My name is Vic Strazios, here with my partner.
I'm Jason McLean. Good to see you guys. Welcome to Project Breakthrough. Are you excited? I know I am.
Awesome, I'm pumped, man.
You're
I'm
pumped.
So listen, you are here because you just created an account with Project Breakthrough, which is a program from High Traffic Academy. We'll tell you a little bit about that in just a minute here. I just wanted to say congratulations. Hear me out. Lean close to your computer. Hear me out. Your life in the next 14 days have a potential to change beyond your belief, all right? And so we'll tell you exactly what this program is all about here in just a minute. So before we do that, again, who am I, right? So I'm a founder of High Traffic Academy and co-creator of this awesome program called Project Breakthrough with my business partner here, Jason McLean.
It's an amazing program in every single way. And listen, we've been doing this business for a long time. We'll tell you about who we are a little bit later, but this program right now, Project Breakthrough, is designed to change your life in lots of new ways. So sit back, relax, but matter of fact, no, don't sit back and don't relax. Actually, get a notepad and a pencil, because what we're gonna go deep into in the next 14 days literally is telling you exactly what we've done for the past 20 years in the space. I mean, for a month of Sundays, we've been doing this, and we're gonna give it to you absolutely free, step by step by step, so you can get a true breakthrough and start, living your life the way you wanna live it on your terms. This is your day.
Right, so let's get into it, Jason. So this is day number 1. It's a 14-day program. Listen, 14 days out of your life to change your life. All right, keep that in mind as we go together through this. 14 days to change your life absolutely beyond your belief. So,
100%.
So here's how the program is going to work. Every single day, we're going to take one step at a time. You will find out, this is the most step-by-step, most comprehensive program you have ever seen being put together anywhere. So this is day number 1, introduction. This is going to be a short video. We just wanted to get to know you a little bit, or you get to know us a little bit here. We have a little bit of a different approach here that we're going to introduce you to. And so here is what you can expect over the next 14 days, right? So Jason, here's the outcome for the next 14 days. There's 3 things.
Okay, the very first thing you realize is this: no matter what we do for the next 14 days, our goal is to teach you, number 1, how to earn real money, a real commission. You've never done the online space before. You have no idea what's going on whatsoever. And you're asking yourself the question, how can these guys take me from one place to another in 14 days? How can I really find real money? Well, our very first goal is to show you exactly how to do that. So no matter what happens at the end, on day 14, your bank account should have more money in it than it does today, unless you're spending money buying things, which you don't want to do. That's a bad idea. So stay tuned, because this program is going to give you that number 1 objective: real earnings in the online space in 14 days.
Even if somebody is total beginner, even if they have never done anything like this before in their life, even if you don't know what a click is, okay? So hear me out. Number 2, okay, there's 3 specific outcomes to the program. Outcome number 2 is make sure that you understand, as we go through this journey together, right? So make sure that you understand how you did that, so you can repeat the process and you can do it over and over and over again, right? Pretty awesome.
Yes, 100%. And then listen, and number 3, no matter what you're looking at, the third thing we want to make sure you do is have the ability to rely, there we go, we'll press a button, there we go, to rely upon that income, and no matter what, how to scale that income in a massive, massive way. I mean, think about this. If today you can make $50, and maybe tomorrow you can make $100, and the next day you make a little bit more, no matter what that process is, can we take that from that one income, teach you the process, how it's done, and then scale it massively so you can rely upon it? And hopefully, and by God's grace and mercy, hopefully, you can turn this opportunity, these 14 days, into a lifestyle, so you can begin to live life on your terms. Begin to possibly quit your job. Stop doing the things you've done before, so you can do this over and over again. And everything we've outlined this entire 14 days is a step-by-step process, no matter what you know or don't know, to walk you through these 3 simple objectives, so your tomorrow is way better than your today.
That's it. That's it. So before we get into all the details on how this is going to work and actual trainings, since we're going to be spending 14 days together, right? I think it's a good time for us to tell a little bit about who we are. Yeah. Listen, if I were in your shoes, right? I would be sitting there. If you're seeing me for the first time, I'd be asking, who are you, right? Why should I be listening to you? Why should I take 14 days or an hour or a minute of my life to listen to you, to anything you have to say? So Jason, why don't you've been in this space for 20 years, 20 plus years now, right?
Yeah.
Who are you?
Okay, well, I'm Jason. That's number one. Jason. Listen, a little about who I am. I'll give you the Cliff Notes version. Number one, first and foremost, where I am today is 20 years in .coms. I have literally sold over 14 .com companies. I run and manage 9 different .com companies today, and I teach entrepreneurs and online marketers how they can build online businesses to success. That's where I am today. On top of that, of course, I have 3 amazing daughters, and if you've got daughters, I thoroughly apologize because it is a lot of work when you raise 3 little girls up from the infancy into young ladies, but it's a joy, and a lovely, lovely wife for, gosh, a dozen years now. So my life today is a lot different than it used to be, and if I go back 20 years ago, almost 25, even more than that, I can tell you a story about a guy who had a dream to do what everyone else wanted to do, which is simply put, build a career, build a future, and make money and have a life. So I went to school like many of you probably did, and I studied and got good grades, and then I went and got a job. Well, lo and behold, that job was going great, and so many months after that job started, I got laid off. Found myself not finding anywhere else to go, and I had no way to get ahead. The next thing I decided to do was start, well, you know what? I'll start my own company. Why not? You can make money that way. So I began going down that road and found myself knocking down more doors and more challenges, and all to the point where I found nothing but despair and failure. And I found myself literally living under a bridge a long time ago, and it was hard. I could not find a way out, and I was scared and I was lost. But I found a mentor. I found a friend. Someone met me one day and taught me something very unique and very different. How to never give up and never quit. And it was a time when the .com was just beginning. And I took my hand back into entrepreneurship. I took my hand back into building a company, and I began to build something in the online space. I learned it by trial and error, step by step, day by day, moment by moment. And in these days, going back 20 years ago, the .com world was nowhere near what it is today. There was no regulation whatsoever. Google didn't even exist. There was no Yahoo, there was no Bing, there's none of this stuff. It was the wild, wild west. And I came up through those ranks. So in 20 years of living in this dream, 20 years of entrepreneurship, starting a company, building a company, trying to grow it up, the one thing I learned was how to build a business in the online space. So today, 20 years later, married, kids, happy, loving life, my whole goal in life is to give you what I've done in 20 years over the next 14 days. So your life can be different. So you don't need to go through those struggles, and you don't have to figure out all the answers to the questions you've not yet asked. So for me, I'm your coach today. I'm your teacher, I'm your mentor, and Vic and I can hope to change your life.
That's an amazing story you got there, Jason. And I've seen your family, met your family. You are a blessed man.
Thank you very much, brother.
Awesome. So I don't want to bore you to death with my story, but let my story be an inspiration to you, my friend. Listen, I don't know what you're going through in life right now. Maybe you tried to make money online before. Maybe you are trying to build a company right now and you're just running into brick walls. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you have never tried to make money online. Maybe you are under that thumb. You're working for somebody and you have to clock in, right? And you just don't like that. You want more freedom. I got started at a very young age. I was 20 years old and we got married, still kids, And as a matter of fact, right now, here's my family. This is, I've been blessed with a, gorgeous wife and 6 amazing children. And I feel blessed and highly, favored by God. And but my beginnings were very, very humbled. Starting at the age of 20 and getting married, I very quickly realized that working for somebody else is not going to help me provide the lifestyle for my family that I truly want them to have. And so I started to look around, and I was just fortunate enough to come across this internet marketing space. And I've seen all these people making great incomes, right? And I see this guy living in the house that I wanted to live, and somebody else has the car that I really wanted to have. And that to me was really, really attractive. There was one problem. I had no idea how to do it. I don't know what your situation is. Maybe you came across this video, maybe you saw an advertisement, right? And you're like, man, I really want that kind of lifestyle. I want to inspire you because that's possible. Yes. That's possible. Here's a very, very short version of my story. I started out not knowing anything about marketing, right? And I was fortunate enough to have the right mentor come into my life early enough. And I was just smart enough to listen, right? And apply what I learned. And in a matter of about 3 months, I was able to absolutely change my business around. I started out by borrowing money. I don't know if you know the feeling of not having $1.19 to your name. To go to Walmart, here in the States, we have this supermarket, right, Walmart, and not being able to have enough money to buy bread for your family. I've been there. I know what it's like to be on that side. I also know what it's like to make $700,000 in a single month. But you know what else, my friend? I know what it's like to be humiliated publicly. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a quick story of what happened. So, from 2005 to 2009, right, I've built, by following what my mentor told me and by being a good student, I was able to build a pretty successful online business. You know, my income was up to, you know, $40,000-$50,000 a month or something like that. And life is going great. It was end of 2009. I remember this clear as day. My wife is pregnant with our third boy, and she was about due. She was like 8.5 months pregnant. And we were doing remodeling in our home. And one day, November 2009, I hear a knock on my door. And I open up the door, and there is an officer from U.S. Marshal's office, and he's like, "Hey, you Vitaly Straisius?" And by the way, Vitaly is my first name, Vic is my middle name. I just go by Vic because it's just easier for people. I say, "Yes, what can I do for you, sir?" And he says, "We have a warrant for your arrest."
Streishouse, who has no other criminal offenses, pleaded guilty to 1 count of grand theft. As an insurance man, he was getting paid advance commissions for any clients.
I was about to fall over. I'm like, "What? What for?" Well, before I started my online marketing, before I went into online marketing, I sold life insurance for a period of time. I was still a kid, like 19, 20 years old. This is 5 years earlier, right? And so I sold life insurance for a period of time. And there was one particular time, one particular moment where I don't remember exactly what was going on, but I was desperate for money. And I thought, what if I just come up with fake numbers and submit a fake, application to an insurance company, no real people involved. I would never do anything to hurt real people, and see if they will pay me. And I knew that if they paid me, then those commissions would be charged back later. But I would write enough business to cover that, right? And then I got sick and tired of traveling all the time, being in insurance, and got to the internet. Started my internet ventures, and again, this is 5 years later, 2009. I am having this great online business going, and just so happened that 5 years later, my friend, hear me out. 5 years later, one of those policies got audited, and that's how they got me 5 years later. Okay, so there's, I got sued in 2009 for something I did when I was a kid 5 years previous, right? And so Vic got his, 30 seconds of fame on local TV station, and the word got out. And imagine this, everything that I've built up to 2009, all my coaching clients and students, everybody started to freak out. Oh my goodness, Vic is a scam, Vic is this, Vic is that, right? But in 2009, 2010, I had to just completely walk away from what I was doing as an entrepreneur on the internet and had to just let everything go, and I had to start from scratch. My friend, the reason I'm telling you to say this, number one, I'm a real human being. I make mistakes. I've made mistakes. I paid for my mistakes, but I was able to bounce back. And so no matter what you might be going through in business right now, right, there is a way out. Your past does not determine, it does not label who you are. What we do today dictates what we're gonna have tomorrow. And so since 2010 to now, you know what? I have a new passion. My definite purpose right now is to serve my community better than anybody else, is to help create more success stories than anybody else. And here we are with Project Breakthrough. And so what I'm going to do is, in the next 14 days, along with Jason here, we're gonna condense our experience into 14 days and give you the information that you need to move the needle for you, okay? As a matter of fact, let me tell you what happened, okay? Let me tell you what happens when you go through the journey over the next 14 days. It's not 14 years, it's not 14 months, it's 14 days.
Two simple weeks.
2 weeks.
Your entire life.
Let me tell you, let me show you, let me give you a glimpse, right? And the reason I want to do this is just so that you have that inspiration. I want to inspire you, my friend, because I don't know, again, wherever you are right now, your past does not equal your future. What you do today is going to dictate where you're going to be tomorrow. Let me show you what happened, okay? See, before I even do that, I've built my business, and I'm sure Jason is the same way, on this one principle. There is one book that I read every single day, right? I try to anyways. And it's the most amazing book on success ever written. And that book, there's one little thing in that book that says, whoever desires to be great among you shall become your servant. Okay? And I built my business on this principle. This is the core of my business. This is the core of what we do here in High Traffic Academy. And here's what I'm going to promise you right now. I'm going to serve you. Okay, I'm going to serve you better than anybody else. There's a lot of garbage out there. There's a lot of junk out there in the industry. There's a lot of people, metaphorically speaking, they'll try to feed you junk, right? What happens if you eat bad food?
You get fat and uncomfortable and you don't look too good.
And you don't feel good, right? And it hurts you. Yes, and then eventually you're going to die. That's right. Here's my promise. Here's our promise to you along with Jason. We're going to feed you good food, all right? Over the next 14 days, we're going to give you nutrients for your business that's going to help you take your business and flourish, all right? Here's what happens. Back, when I discovered and I broke through, in this marketing game, I started promoting other people's products. And you don't have to. I'm just showing you the result right now just to inspire you and show you what's possible when you follow and what's possible for you really, with this program. To give you an idea here, promoting somebody else's programs, right, which we'll talk about here over the next couple of days, how to set this whole up. I was able to build my income from literally zero, not knowing anything about marketing, to earning, as you can see, they're up to 7,000, 8,000 per day, 16, 70,000, 50,000 per week, as you can see there. This is not having a single product, not understanding much about, websites and how to code this stuff, just simply running, other people's products. By implementing what I'm going to show you here and what we're going to do over the next 14 days, one of the things that I've discovered and really, really perfected is creating funnels and systems that convert really, really quickly. If you are trying to make money fast on the internet, I'll tell you this, it's possible. It's only possible when you have the right system working for you. Let me give you a little idea of what's possible, right? What kind of systems I've created before. I came across this company, it's a network marketing direct sales company. And I started out at absolutely zero. As a matter of fact, you can see this in November, right? This was November here a couple of years ago. As you can see, it's zero. And this is not a screenshot. This is real, our website actually. Look at this. So this is November where it's zero. In December, right? That same year, $264,000 from scratch. Okay. Now check it out. In January, right? We'll go to January, another $456,000. Okay. We go to February, another $174,000. We go to March, $226,000. This is me promoting somebody else's product. You see the power of this? How did I do this? I did this by creating the system, and that's exactly what we're going to do over the next 14 days is walk you through, and better yet, we'll build a system just like it together. Okay? So that's my story. That's very, very quickly, who we are, why you should listen. And I would highly, highly, highly recommend that you pay extra close attention and you go full out, because what we're going to do here has a potential to absolutely transform your life. And the way we're going to do this, Jason, right, is we said, let me actually, take this over here. I want to show you something. We wanted to take this to another level. Most programs, when people, watch online, right, there is typically a guru, right, standing in front of the camera and they were just talking, right? And most people are like, okay, well, it's easy for you, Jason, to make money. You've been doing this for 20 years. So what we wanted to do, talk to them about.
We want to change the world a little bit. I mean, think about this. For the next 14 days of your life can really be different. And learning from a couple of guys and sitting down in the room is one part of that entire process. I mean, Vic is an amazing, amazing friend, a great mentor to many individuals, and he understands the online space. He's done a great deal in that online space. And I can tell you one thing that's reality. With the years he's been doing this industry and what he's been doing, the money he's generated, and the 20 years I've done this for my entire life, my entire career, and managing nothing but million-dollar campaigns, you're in the right place at the right time to change your life. There is no question you could probably ask me or Vic that we probably couldn't answer. There's no campaign you can think about running that can generate revenues for yourself. So listen to me very clearly. The next 2 weeks of your life is all about listening and following the leader. Don't try to step ahead. Don't try to jump into something else. Just listen up clearly. And one of the best ways to listen is in a classroom, right? When you sit down, you're in a class, you got Johnny next to you, Sally next to you, and Sue next to you. But unfortunately, you're just right there behind a computer or behind your TV set and just watching this video. Well, we wanted to change that for a little bit because I want to make sure one thing is really important, and I didn't get a chance to touch on it, but I want to make a point you understand something. What Vic said about being the servant, about serving you guys, this is a way that we're going to give back to you in such an amazing way so that one of these days, after you've gone through these 14 days, you've learned the principles, you've applied the principles, you've found the results, you can give it back to somebody else. Pay this forward. This training, this program, this entire program at Project Breakthrough, after you go through it, you promise me one thing. When you get value, and you will get value, when you earn money and you'll find opportunity in this program that is amazing, you pay it forward. You give me that promise today. I'll give you my time, I'll give you my effort, I'll give you my 20 years in this space if you help somebody else go along this path. Because when someone has the chance to live life on their own terms, to go to a ball game when they want to go to a ball game, to go camping, to what they want to do without having to ask somebody to go on a holiday or something else, that changes who they are, it changes their core, and I'm going to change your core. So I just asked you for 14 days. Give us your time. We have the moral authority, my good friend likes to say, to tell you this because we've done it time and time again. So listen, you're not by yourself. And you're not the only person in this space. And what we wanted to do was go out and find a family, a couple, an individual, a man, a woman, two people with real lives, with a real rent payment and a real mortgage payment and a real life in every aspect whatsoever, and change it. Literally change it from the ground up. So I want to introduce you to a couple of people, Mr. and Mrs. Mark and Chris Barley, and welcome to Project Breakthrough.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're excited to be here.
So this is, I want to pre-frame and tell you exactly what's going to happen here. So typical programs, right, typical trainings that you see online out there is just one quote unquote guru talking to you, and you'd be like, okay, why should I listen to you? How do I know you're going to get me results? We wanted to change that around. We wanted to make it fun, right? And so this is going to be very, very hands-on, very workshop style, like, experience here. So Mark and Chris, you guys are total beginners in this space. You have never done marketing online before. You have never owned an online company, online business. And one of the things that I want to make sure that is very, very clear is you guys are not actors. Yep. You are real family with real kids. You weren't paid to be here, for acting or whatever. There is a lot of people or a lot of, quote unquote gurus who are, will present to you something, right? And then there's somebody else talking and they're an actor, right? And then at the bottom of the website, there's a disclaimer saying the people in the video are actually actors and they got paid to be here to act and say the script. There is no script over here. We're just talking from here.
We are so candid, believe me, when I say there's no script, there's no script because we'll click a button here and there because this is real and there's no editing back and forth to figure out, oh, I didn't want to say this one. We're going down this journey. So with you guys, Mark and Chris, we're going to watch a little clip, which we're going to break away in a second. But just to make sure, give me your knowledge on a scale of 1 to 10 of the online industry.
Can we use a negative number?
0.
Start us at 0.
It's a 0.
It's
okay,
a 0.
great. Listen, I don't want to give all the story away, but we did take some time.
I have a video to roll. Right?
We're going to have a video. We took some time and we actually went and sent a crew behind the scenes. So this is going to look a little polished, but it's bottom line. We want to tell you their story and let them tell it to you. So we'll break right now and we'll be right back in 1 second. Watch their story and then we'll come back. We'll talk to Mark and Chris and we'll begin this amazing day of your life.
Hi, I'm Mark Barley.
And I'm Kristen Barley. We're the Barley family. We live here in San Clemente, California. We have 3 wonderful daughters, all different ages and stages in their lives.
I am from St. Louis, Missouri, originally, and then one day decided to join the Marine Corps. At the same time, when I was just about ready to finish my enlistment period, I got into the mortgage business. And it was a time in the mortgage business where everything was great. You couldn't help but to make money.
We met in 2002 and basically grew up in this business. I came right out of college and went straight into finance. We had a great quality of life at that time because we were financially sound. Things were building. We decided to start a family. We felt like we were on top. And just as quickly can things come, quickly things can go.
Ring in 2007.
Yeah.
Man, we took it on the chin. It was bad. It was bad, and so bad, in fact, that we basically lost everything. You know, our houses, money, cars, you name it. We lost it, and there was nothing we could do. We knew we had bills to pay, houses to pay for, cars, kids, you name it, you know, like everyone else. And it was scary.
Is so detrimental to your mental drive. You think, oh my goodness, how am I going to support my family not only today, but also long term? We've got college and weddings and retirement and all of the above and all these things that you start thinking about. I came out of college going into mortgage. He came out of the Marine Corps going into mortgage. This is all we know. This is the only experience that we had. So of course we're going to fall back into it.
It's still very rocky. It's up and it's down, and it's in and it's out. And you know, at this point, we're tired of it. You know, we want to live our lives based on what we want to do with our kids, and not worry about work, because that's in the forefront of our lives right now. Everything revolves around our jobs and the office, and you know, we're very interested in finding a way to change that.
We want to build something not only for our quality of life today. We don't want our business to have to drive our every single day. We want our children to see that in us, in our business, not struggling every single day. Not, Mommy, why are you so, stressed out? Or Dad, why are you in a bad mood? And so that's why we need a change, and is going to give us the ability to gain control again.
I think it's going to give us the opportunity to reach into something that we don't know anything about. We have no experience with online marketing at all whatsoever, but we're smart enough to know and see that a lot of people are making money doing this. From what I understand so far, we're going to be able to get in, we're going to be able to learn, we're going to be building these businesses instead of sitting on the couch. We can be working and building an online business.
And if we can learn this and grow and create a successful company, which I truly believe that we can with this program and then expanding, I think that it can help other people who are in our same position, who don't know anything about this space, who don't know what they're doing, but need to make a change in their life. And this is the ticket to be able to do that.
Mark, that's an amazing story, guys.
Yeah, it's been a long road, so we're really looking forward to making a change.
This is like perfect timing, isn't it?
Oh, it couldn't be better.
The great news for you guys, you don't have to unlearn anything.
Right.
If you're like them, like if you're total beginner, you've never done this before, awesome. Yeah. Congratulations. I don't know how you found this, but this is, I don't believe in coincidences. I don't believe in accidents. Everything happens for a reason, and everything happens for the better, right?
It's all lined up.
So, but if you're somebody who has been running into brick walls, it's okay, because you can literally go on this journey with us, as we will with Mark and Chris. And the way we're going to do this is every single day, we're going to take what we need to do that particular day from scratch, not having a website, not having a product, not having anything. And we're going to build it out in 14 days, Mark and Chris. Our outcome, our challenge, is to make sure that you're making money. Okay?
Now that's a reality. Now think about this for 1 second. Now you guys, pay attention here. This is a man and a woman that are in the mortgage industry who know nothing about the industry. And this is a live program. We're going through 14 days in 14 days, literally. So we have to make sure we give them every tool that they need, like we give to you every tool and knowledge piece you need, so that at 14 days, you can be clearly understanding that you are making money. So Mark, I got to make sure I put money in your pocket, or allow you to put money in your pocket. And Chris, money in your pocket, because at 14 days, if that doesn't happen, then we need to go back and watch a television show.
So basically, we're on a tightrope.
We're on a tightrope
in between the two skyscrapers.
But I like
with
the
no
challenge.
safety net, but it's real.
It's a challenge. It's a good challenge, and it can be done.
Right. So the way this is going to work, my friend, is there's going to be no editing. There is every single click, every single step, every single word, every single idea will be on camera, unedited, uncut, and you will be with us right here in this, conference studio as we go together. And so, and Mark and Chris, you guys literally will be living under the camera for the next 14 days.
Right. I'm feeling the pressure.
It's a little moment. Yeah. We're going to send the cameras home to you at night.
Great.
You're going to love that.
That's just what I need.
All right. So with that being said, here's my biggest pre-framed for you, right? So how do you get the most out of this program? We're about to jump into the official training for day number 1 here, your next video, which you can see right below this one. It's available to you. The way this program is structured is to literally take you through the steps and information that you need to go through in order, so that by the time you are done with the program, you are making money, okay? And it's very realistic to have nearly, if not all, 100% success rate.
100%, agree in every single way. Now, if you look at the program, it's laid out for you, and you're going to see this down the program. There's all these clips down below. Couple rules you got to keep in mind to go through these 14 days. Number 1, you cannot go to video number 2 or day 2, 3, 4, 5 down the line until 24 hours after day 1. So you've got to watch day 1 or day 2 or day 3, the video before that one. Number 2, you have got to watch the complete video before you're allowed to access the next video. So these are given to you in a way that we believe will give you the most success. Next, remember, right along the side of this video, you'll see it right over there, right here in the video, there's a section there called Notes. Now, a notepad's great. I'm a digital guy myself. I'm .com, or what can I say? We've given you the ability to make this so easy so that right here on the side of your screen, you can write in your notes for each and every single video. Mark and Chris, you get no notes. You get a notepad because you are live and in this program with us. So you've got a note, you don't have a note. On top of that, you're going to have a section called the to-do list. You'll see a little tab right to the right of this video that says your to-do list. Every single night, you have assignments to do. This is like a class, and you've got homework assignments, Mark and Chris. You got to do them every single day, or you're going to get stars removed from your report card, and you're going to get, demerits and no brownie points. But if you do the homework, my friends, you'll find success. So you'll do the homework, you'll see them step by step with some bonus things in there if you want to do them, if you will. But the bottom line is it's all laid out for you. On a couple of sections, you'll do some interactive activities, and that's laid out for you as well. And no matter what happens as you go through each and every single section, making your notes, right below each video is a chance for you to talk back to Vic, myself, and to Mark and Chris by giving us your comments every step of the way.
Yeah, participate. It's a community. There's tons and tons of people going through the program, thousands of people going through the program. Be a team player. So we have two-way communication street here, right? So we want to hear from you. So if you have questions, if you are excited, what's going on in your mind, let us know right below in the comments, below the video. That would be super.
I think we're ready to roll. Are you guys ready to get deep into this training? This is their very first day of the next 14 days. So listen, if you're on Facebook, if you're on Pinterest, if you're on LinkedIn, if you tweeted somebody about some tweet that you had a tweet in your mind about tweeting, stop tweeting. Get rid of all your distractions. One thing I love to do is take my phone and put it on Do Not Disturb, turn off my notifications, and focus on this training because it can change your life. You have a cell phone, Mark?
I didn't bring it with me.
And Chris?
Nope.
Good. If not, we have to take you out and have to do something which would not be fun. So listen, no cell phones, no distractions. Let's get into day 1. Are you ready?
Yep. And
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready?
I'm ready. I want to say something before we close this video out.
too.
You are ready. Everybody's ready.
We're ready.
So hope you're ready too as well. So you're gonna get a lot of this, So get used to this man. He is excited. Here, every single video is gonna have specific things for you to do. Here is what we would like for you to do for this particular video. Introduce yourself. In the comments below, tell us who you are, where you're from. Tell us if you're fired up about the program. Let's start from there, all right? And we'll see you in official training, day number 1 here next video.
Looking forward to it, guys. Let's have fun. Cheers.